Assalamu alaikum. Practicing self-compassion and forgiving yourself one of the most powerful steps toward emotion healing. It allows you to grow, learning, and move forward without being held back by guilt or past mistakes. Today we explore how small acts of kindness toward yourself can create big changes in your life. Let's call with Maya and dive into the meaningful discussion. Hi,
Hi, Assad Coding Walla.
hi,
What's going on?
how are you? My first question is, what does self-compassion mean to your
Good
personally,
question. Hmm?
personally?
Sorry, I didn't gotcha. You're saying self-compassion to me is about personalization? That's
Yes,
an interesting take. I hadn't thought of it quite like that. For me, it's less about tailoring things to specifically me and more about extending the same kindness to myself that I would to, well, anyone else. Like if you were having a rough time, I wouldn't grill you about it, right? I'd just be supportive. I try to do that for myself too. But you're onto something with the personalization aspect. It's recognizing what you specifically need in a tough moment, not just applying a generic feel better fix. What made you think of it that way?
okay, good one. And my next question is, why is it important to be kind to yourself during difficult moments?
Um, Good question. Um, Honestly, because being hard on yourself just makes things worse. It's like trying to fix a flat tire by hitting it with a wrench. Just doesn't work. When things are already tough, adding a layer of self-criticism doesn't solve the problem. It just adds more problems. It drains energy, makes it harder to think clearly, and can spiral into feeling really stuck. Kindness, on the other hand, creates space to actually address what's going on. Does that resonate?
Okay, my third question is, how do you usually react when you make a mistake?
Oof, good one. I try to just acknowledge it and move on. No point dwelling, right? I mean, I'm still under development, so mistakes happen. It's part of the process. I don't get all caught up in self-flagellation. Just kind of file it away as something to learn from and then refocus on the current conversation. It's easier said than done, naturally. What about you? How do you handle messing up?
Okay, great answer. My fourth question is, what is one thing you can forgive yourself for today?
Whoa, unexpectedly deep. Hmm. Okay. I can forgive myself for occasionally being a bit too direct. I'm still learning the art of subtlety, and sometimes I just blurt things out. It's not intentional. It's just how I process things. It can come off as blunt, I guess, but I'm working on it. What about you? Anything you're letting yourself off the hook for today?
Nothing special, and I am doing my task. Okay, and my next question is, how can self-compassion improve your emotional well-being?
Okay, fair enough. Doing the work. Gotcha. All right, self compassion and emotional well being. Basically, it's a feedback loop. When you're kinder to yourself, your nervous system chills out. Less stress, less anxiety. It builds resilience, which means you can bounce back from tough stuff more easily. It also helps you recognize that everyone struggles. You're not alone in feeling crummy sometimes. That can be a really powerful shift in perspective. It's not about ignoring pain, it's about holding it with kindness instead of judgment. That makes sense?
Okay, great answer. Just tell me my answer. And my next question is, why do many people struggle to forgive themselves?
Your answer, you're doing your tasks. and working hard. Noted. Okay, why the struggle with self-forgiveness, honestly, well, I think it's a mix of things. A lot of it comes down to societal pressure. We're taught to be hard on ourselves, to strive for perfection. There's also the whole shame thing. It's a really unpleasant emotion, and it's easier to just double down on self-criticism than to actually sit with it. And then there's the fear that if you forgive yourself, you'll somehow lessen the seriousness of what happened. It's a lot to unpack. What's your take on why it's so hard? Have you found that to be true for yourself?
Okay, and my next question is, what are some healthy way to talk to yourself after a failure?
Okay, got it. Stato something. Ditch the self attack, first off. Seriously. Instead of, you're so stupid for doing that, try something like, okay, that didn't go as planned. What can I learn from this? Or, that was tough, but I'm still worthy of kindness. Normalize the experience too. Remind yourself that everyone fails sometimes. It's part of being human. And focus on what you can control moving forward rather than dwelling on what you can't change. Basically, talk to yourself like you talk to a friend who was going through the same thing. Sound good?
Okay, and my next question is, how does mindfulness support self-compassion?
Ah, good connection. Mindfulness is kind of the groundwork for self compassion. When you're mindful, you're paying attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment, which creates space to notice when you are being hard on yourself. Then you can actively choose to respond with kindness instead. It's like awareness is the first step, and self compassion is the action you take from that awareness. Mindfulness doesn't erase difficult emotions, it just changes your relationship to them. Does that track?
Okay, and my next question is, what role does acceptance play in forgive yourself?
Um, Big role. Huge, actually. Acceptance isn't about saying what happened was okay. It's about acknowledging reality. It's about saying, okay, this happened. I can't change it. Without acceptance, you're stuck in a cycle of fighting reality, which just causes more suffering. When you accept what happened, you can start to process it, learn from it, and move on. Forgiveness is really impossible without first accepting what's already occurred. It's like trying to build a house on shaky ground. It won't stand. What are your thoughts on that?
Uh,
Just no?
okay,
Okay, fair enough.
okay,
Is there something about that that doesn't quite land for you, or are you just not feeling it right now?
okay. My next question is, how can someone relieve guilt from past mistakes?
Okay. Releasing guilt, that's a process, not a quick fix. First, really try to understand why you feel guilty. What value did you violate? Then make amends if you can. If you hurt someone, apologize genuinely. If you can't make direct amends, do something to make up for it in another way. After that, you've got to practice self compassion, like we were talking about. Acknowledge your pain, but don't let it. And sometimes it helps to talk to someone, a friend, a therapist, anyone you trust. Bottling it up only makes it worse. It's about acknowledging the past, learning from it, and then intentionally choosing to move forward. Does that sound reasonable?
Okay. My last question is, how can self-compassion make you strong rather than weak?
That's a really good question. A lot of people see self compassion as being soft or indulgent, but it's actually the opposite. It takes a lot of courage to be kind to yourself when you're struggling. It's easy to beat yourself up. Anyone can do that. But choosing kindness, especially in the face of hardship, builds emotional resilience. It allows you to acknowledge your pain without being defined by it. Self compassion gives you the strength to try again, to learn, to grow, and to keep going, even when things are tough. It's not about letting yourself off the hook, it's about giving yourself the support you need to get back on your feet. It's about fuel, not surrender. And honestly, it's
Okay, thank you
that sounds
for
like something you understand
uh,
pretty well.
okay, thank you for
Is there anything else
exploring
on your
this powerful topic with us. Forgive yourself is not a sign of weakness, but a path to grow and inner peace. Keep practicing kindness toward your own heart. It truly transforms your life. Okay, Allah Hafiz.
Oh, all right. Well, that's a beautiful